First, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. Hold on for a minute. Really? I'm trying to get a charger. I got so much on my plate right now with this new change for the company. There's just a lot going on right now, a whole lot going on. And of course, you know, we've got the naysayers all upset and bitter as always, doing dumb stuff as they usually do. But anyway, we don't got time to think about that. I got so much to do, it's not even funny. I got updates, updates. We gotta go to the other website. I gotta do updates over there. We have the new Surface and a couple other new Surfaces we're going to be actually incorporating into our physical screens. Now, if you haven't noticed, we are going to be at a point where we're going to have somewhere between, out of 100%, 98% of our technology is going to be a Surface, which is actually the best way to go. And the reason why we haven't made decisions sooner, because we had to be at a point where we can literally take on a certified physical screen. Because again, you're going to be to compete with these guys in the day. You're going to have to be to show something. So we can go into any form site with any company, whether it be Diamond, whether it be Elite Screens, DMP Supernova, you name it. We've done the test on the products already. And now we have chemicals and formulas to allow us to incorporate this technology onto a surface. We can become physical. And that's one of the things that a lot of the screen paints right now on the market can't do. Because you can't challenge a physical certified screen. And some of these screens are pretty brutal. Like a black diamond technology is not a screen to joke around with. It's a really brutal technology. You see them things look just like TVs. But anyway, because we have reached that plateau where we now have that ability to branch out beyond screen paints and to go into a physical screen, this is where we're going. So I was thinking that fixed frame screens are too expensive. Motorized screens, we're not ready for that yet. We need an engineer to do all that to begin with. The fabric screen is the best way to go. Something spandex. We did these screens before. They sold extremely well. It's already a pre-coated surface. It's ultra short compatible. As I showed you before, I'm going to show you a demonstration. What happens if you take an ultra short and you put it on an uneven surface? The screen comes up distorted. It comes up misshaped. You're going to have an ultra flat surface. This is why you can't use ultra short those with an everyday roll down motorized projection screen, because it ripples. It actually throws the image off. You have to use it on a tension only because they come down perfectly flat. And this is very expensive. But with this surface, like I said, I had a problem with the apartment. The walls were a little crooked. So I took larger screws, and this is where I can adjust how I want it with the grommets on how I wanted the screen to hang up. And it worked fantastic for ultra short though. So that's a benefit right there. We are also too going to have a silver version of this technology. It is a free color option. Those you're not a big fan of the black technology, we get a few of those out there. We have a high grade silver version, a dark silver. It's going to give you contrast levels. You're into super white levels. It's going to be to pick all that up with no problem. Even though the new concentrated form we're going to have for the black technology is going to be amazing also. You're going to be to do front and rear capabilities, and it's fully portable, which means if you do the screw system for your wall, you can just take it down, take it to a friend's house, take it to a backyard, whatever you want, take it on the go. You can roll it up, ball it up, doesn't make a difference. It's completely wrinkle free, crease free, no irons and none of that stuff necessary. No painting required, which means we do the work for you. You don't have to paint anything at all, period. There are no tools, no instructions, nothing needed. We've got these beautiful packages that we have for them, for the screens. Some of them I'm looking at maybe doing something involving a vacuum sealed system for much larger screens we start developing in the future. And also on top of that, certified shipping. Yes, we're going to do certified shipping for our customers. What the heck is he doing? Okay. That is absolutely excellent, because again, certified shipping means we can track that package anywhere it's at, period. On top of the benefits of having certified shipping is the fact that no porch pirates, they don't exist. Because again, I have a certified package that was sent here to the house, and I missed it by a couple minutes. It is at the United States, the UPS right now. I have to sign for these things, and that UPS right now, but they can't leave it there. No one can take it from me because again, I gotta look for it. And on top of that, if you do miss the package, we have all the information right there. We can actually call and you can go pick it up with your ID with no problem whatsoever. And that eliminates the fact of saying somebody else picked it up or somebody else signed for it. Only you can sign for that package, which I'd rather have it that way. Give me a minute. That's on you. Whoa, Jack. Hold on a minute, people. Sorry about that. Gotta go do something real quick. Yeah, better move that nonsense. That's what come up missing. All right, I gotta take care of something real quick. Gotta squash something real quick. Anyway, so as I said before, free certified shipping. Hold on for a minute. Oh, that's what I was hearing. Yeah, okay. Anyway, free certified shipping, which means the fantastic thing about the certified shipping, as I said before, will be to track your package. You'll be to track your package anywhere you want it to go. And again, one thing I like about the physical screens with my customers, what they like about it the most, there's no painting involved. Now, as I said before, we're going to have a 16-ouncer. That's the only thing we're going to have when it comes to paint. That's why I put down 98%. 16-ouncer is going to be used for our customization for motorized projection screens and fixed frame screens, because we're still going to have those at the end of the day. But for those of you who have motorizers, we have the 16 ounces or 16-ouncer that we will have available. It's the only thing we're going to have on the site. And no, you can't buy this like a whole bunch of them. It's only one per person, because we only make so many of these things. That's it. I want to get to a point where we can get ourselves a nice little warehouse we can store our products at, And this is where the fabric screens come in handy because, again, we can stack tons of these in here. On top of that, they're fantastic to ship overseas. Shipping overseas is an issue, especially if you're doing contracts overseas and you're shipping over chemicals. This can be a problem through customs. And again, this is, like I said, it becomes an issue. So the fabric screens are the best way to go. I did get a chance to contact that company where we're going to be doing business with our Black Series Edition screen paints. Told him that we actually converted over to screens. And the first thing he said, I'm curious how you measure up to the certifies. Yeah, he's going to be actually quite interested to find out that our technology can literally take on all of them with no problem whatsoever, and we can do it for far less. And they're going to advertise it like that. And he said, physical screens, really? I said, yep. I said, man, that's interesting. I was wondering how you guys would basically measure up to the actual physical screens. But yeah. Now, again, what makes our product physical is because it's actually sold as a physical. Let me see. I want to go over here and I want to do something with the labels. The gamer screens are also going to be physical screens. And let me see. And I'm working on getting certification applications for my product. Of course, you're going to have paperwork for that. A legitimate paper to show your business is legitimate. Your product is legitimate. You're going to have all that documented. And I'm going to go in and start with our specification backs, because right now I'm designing the labels for my my work, and I want to get my packages looking nice. And we're ordering a bunch of certified screens. Actually, we have a good amount, but I want more because I want to show exactly the difference, because right now I'm not even going to be on the paint sites anymore. I'm going to be on the certified sites with certified physical screens, because that's my category now. And we can go in there and basically show our comparison of our technology versus Seymour AV, Stewart screens with the Firehawk G4, G5, DMP Supernova, Elite screens, Black Diamond, you know, the whole 9 yards, the whole crew. We'll be in there with these guys. Now already, we have told you, haters are already upset and bitter, as usual. That's what they are. Hello, haters. How you doing? You're just mad because you can't switch over. You can't switch your technology. The reason why you can't is because your stuff is not tested. A certified screen, and I've tested certifieds, I know certifieds would crush your stuff extremely easy. Extremely easy. Your gray paints, you ain't competing with a Black Diamond. Ain't no way in the world it's going to happen. You see what that stuff does to gray paints. And you can compete with your darker mixes, because your darker mixes have a problem with actually receiving and understanding white light. That's why you require such a high lumen count in order to be to generate an image off your screen. Once you hit that 3000 mark, it tells the tale of the screen. When a dark gray mix requires a 3000 lumen projector as a minimum requirement, it automatically tells me from the door it has a problem generating white light. Now, it's funny how people were accusing us of using 4000, 5000 lumen projectors to generate white light, but we have more demonstrations on the 1000 lumen projector than anybody. You go search. So many people are using the 1000 lumen projectors in fully lit environments and environments we use our technology in. So the fact that you have to use a 3000 and we can use 50 on this screen over here with no problem clearly tells me that your product is flawed. It's funny how they accuse us of things that they actually do. So we know that when we saw the 3000 mark or 2000 mark, you are basically having issues with generating white light. There you go. And we can show you the difference between our heightener technology, which we can show you that a screen generating a much higher white level than an actual white surface. We have tons of those demonstrations on our site. You can say it, but you can't basically back it. That's the problem. And I can't mention this. I always say this in school. If you're trying to pass that exam, you never copy off the dumb kids. Hate to put it that way. You always copy off the smartest kid in the class. And that would be us, because they copy us. We don't copy them. As a matter of fact, my logo right here, this image right here, is sitting on this site right now. With some of our specification sheets, because again, they copy us. Sun Killer sitting on the other guy's site. Yeah. Oh man, I tell you, they're gonna try to copy this too. Like, oh, we got the same thing they got. No, you don't. You can't even come close to it. at all, period. And I'm not going to waste my time, gentlemen, of coming down and buying your products to show a point. We don't care. I'm going to be out there pretty soon. I want to have my screens on display. I got investors lined up for my technology, and my screens are going to be completely physical, which is fantastic because that means we can engineer any coating we want to apply to any surface we choose. All my stuff is tested. And I have enough knowledge on physical screens and certified screens under my belt to be able to challenge them with no problem too. And you don't have that. So therefore you can't reach that category unless you know how to deal with a certified screen. Keep in mind, people, this is a different kind of business at the end of the day. When you go against a certified screen, these people, this is a big business you're going against. They got the lawyers, they got the manpower to drag you into court. They have no problem doing it. You better make sure your tests are legit. You better make sure you don't cut any corners with them. Don't do any false advertisement on their products because it will sue you faster than life itself. I guarantee you. Play with them. See what happens to you. We, on the other hand, can back our products so well that they contact us, telling us that we have potential. Well, we got potential, all right. We're about to hit their field pretty soon. So what I'm looking for right now is I'm going to start designing my back labels for my products. Our thank you notes we want to put in there, nice little thank you note in the packaging, and basically on different forms of other fabrics we're going to be working with. The tabletop displays for restaurants and diners and gaming lounges, which you have a game lounge when we're doing that stretch over surface is perfect because that means we never have to paint the table. And again, for the customer who loves this so much, because again, not only are you getting something more than just screen paint, but you're getting a portable front and rear projection screen that also too, keep in mind, is acoustic. That sound can transfer through it. Yes, sirree. Let me see. I want to do something with let me see. Do we have something for the back of this? For design for the back. I want something for the back. Let me see. So I got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. A lot of work. I still have to convert the other site because this site has gunmetal. So we have a gunmetal screen. Oh, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be real interesting in the form site. Like, wait a minute, you guys have a physical gunmetal screen, which it's called an Imperial. So when they see that Imperial, it's absolutely amazing. And we already done the testing on the Imperial. Imperial can knock out certifies easily. So this is fantastic for my customers. This is fantastic for us. This is a major change. And on top, as I told you before, as I'm going from place to place to show off my screens, a lot of the places that we're going to be working in are not going to be too happy about having paint splashing around in there at all, period. These are going to be conference halls, wedding, what do you call wedding halls they have for people to do for weddings and for conference rooms and for techno displays and all that stuff. We're going to have at, they're not going to want a lot of paint splashing around in there. They're not. And that's, I don't want it. They're going to want to have a physical screen. That's what they want. Where you're dealing with, like I said, when I was over at the carrying place, there was a discussion about us painting to the wall because they really didn't want to change the walls. They didn't want a screen up on the wall. They wanted the screen, but they didn't want it on a wall. They wanted it on a surface. That's what they wanted. And that's the majority of what you're going to bump into is people either going to have a screen you can already pre-coat, or basically there's a surface there. For most people that are renting and maybe you have some restrictions about basically painting to your wall, even though our stuff you can paint over top of it, this is a much better option. I don't know if I'm going to just go on here. My charge should be, oh, no, that's the one. We just got disconnected. Oh, we never connected. No. I'm sitting there talking like, wait a minute. I know we're hooked up and we're not hooked up. Sorry about that. We're about to lose everything from there. Let's see if that does it. Let me see. There we go. I'm sitting here having this conversation like I'm not even hooked up. I got the cord hooked up. I never plugged it in. Anyway, so it's just going to be just on site. One of the things I did learn is places that we went to don't want you paint on their walls at all, period. They don't. Let's say tell them that to buy a screen and how much money they save because now they don't have to worry about buying the screen and painting the screen and all that. We're basically just take it out of the package and it's done already. And keep in mind, this technology, like all our other technology, is going to be far less than a $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 projection screen, because our test demonstrations show that we can actually beat these screens and basically charge far less for them, even when we're at a paint. With the process we're going to be doing with these screens, this is going to be a certain special coat, a multi-fusion coat. For some people thought you could do fusion with a roller. No, not going to happen, because that turns into something called cross-contamination. You have to be able to use this with the proper drying time, or when you spray the other application, has to marry quite nicely. So we've already done this before. We already have our formulas already done. They're already in the booklets. They're already done. Formula for the Alpha CINEMAX completed. Formula for the Gamer completed. Formula for the Imperial Gunmetal completed. They're all done. All done. And then we got a special one. We're going to be doing a Eclipse Dark Silver. And it is going to be absolutely gorgeous. That's a free color option, by the way. So when you choose your 100 inch, 120 inch, 150 inch, and so you're paying extra for that, that is a free color option that you're going to have with that. So this is going to be really exciting. So like I said, we're going to have our sales for online and our sales for offline also too. I think the sales online or offline are going to be actually much larger, because people can come in, see the screen, and they can buy by bulk. Now, the application we're designing is highly concentrated, which is very important, because that means that I can activate any black surface I want. The silver, on the other hand, is a little different for application, but the black version is actually an easy application coating. This makes it so we can actually spray dozens and thousands of screens with very little time and very little chemicals take to react it. See, gentlemen, you got to think smart at the end of the day. You got to think smart. This is how you succeed in business. This is how you're able to, from testing and not cutting corners and not cheating people at the end of the day, this gives you the ability to be able to convert to physical, which is actually much more important. And again, with the laws being a lot more restricted and basically shipping products in and out, chemicals are starting to get a little bit, when you see me switch over to something quickly, it's because I know things at the end of the day. It's getting harder and harder to ship a chemical through the mail. You're going to require serious paperwork and documents. We have those documents with no problem, but you will be required to have these documents to show that your products are properly tested before you can ship them to the United States Postal Service or any other shipping carrier. Yep. And if you're making statements like we made it from scratch, this is not going to work. Because they're going to require the safety material data sheets on all those particular chemicals that you've developed, what's in it, how it's made, everything. Even if you have a trademark secret, you have to give up that information or they won't allow you to ship it over. That's what's going to happen. See, I know these things because I have a lot of business ties and people that I'm connected with, and I've got a lot of close friends who work for the United States Postal Service. So the ability to be able to ship products and chemicals over are going to require serious paperwork now. I told you things are changing. Before you can go into a bank, you can give them your social security number, you can set up a business account. Not anymore. They want an EIN number. One of the things you have to learn in business is how to fluctuate with change. You can't learn to fluctuate with change, you become extinct. That's what happens. I've been around for a long time. And I've seen things come and go. I've seen COVID come through. I've seen things fluctuate and change at will. And you have to know how to fluctuate with it. You have to know how to work with it. Because if not, you become extinct. So all that testing we've been doing for years and years, we didn't know this was going to come up. But at least we know that our technology is tested to compete with a physical screen. So if one day, if I ever decided to go into a physical screen form, I'm ready to go. And because the United States Postal Service and these carrier companies are cutting down on packages being shipped with chemicals, you have to have serious certified documentation before you can send a screen paint through the mail. So guess what that's going to eliminate? A lot of people if your paperwork ain't correct. Now the big companies, they don't have a problem with this. Sometimes this is done to squeeze out the smaller companies so the big companies can thrive better. If they feel that there's competition with a smaller company, you'd be surprised what kind of strings can be pulled to make sure certain regulations are actually put in place to get rid of you. And that would be a good way to get rid of people. You'd be surprised what goes on in business. You'd really be surprised. Backsplash, pink and blue. Yeah, that's not our category. Backsplash. That's 30. The backsplash of what you call them. Completely different from what I was looking for. Let me see. Let's see. Liquid screen, pink and blue. Oh no, liquid screen, pink and blue.
All right, pink and blue around Brooklyn.
No, this ain't gonna do it either. Let's see. Yeah, you have to. You have to. Because again, I told you, there are things that are popping up. A lot of change is going to be popping up soon. Not going to have the ability to ship overseas anymore, or basically within the United States without proper documentation. On top of that, for us, it's so many ways. It's not just because we're changing because of that, but you have to think about it business-wise. It's much more easier because, again, if you've done the research and they haven't done the research and it scares them, it's much more easier to ship a physical screen. It's much more easier. It is. Screen paints, you run the risk of containers opening up. Even if you pay the money for special containers and all that to be sealed and all, you're at the mercy of the United States Postal Service. Even somebody might drop something heavy on this bad boy and cause this sucker to burst open. Even a box is basically not excluded from something being dropped on top of it and leaking out. So that can be a problem. If you're shipping it overseas, and this definitely will happen, containers will open up through abuse. The minute your container spills, you're going to get sent back a notice, and the notice is going to say, hey, we need to see some documents on this to show how we clean this up. Like, we got a big spill. How do we clean this up? Is it oil-based? Is it water-based? What kind of chemicals are you using? Are they flammable? All kinds of stuff is going to pop up. So you're going to have all this paperwork in order, or they could find the daylights out of you for it. So it's a number of things that can pop up, and this is another reason why we're going to be pushing away from paints altogether. If I want to do contracts overseas, that ship a chemical overseas, 1 or 2, not a problem. Here and there, not a problem. But you're talking about 80 gallons of this stuff going from A to B, this is going to be problems at the end of the day. You're going to know what it is, where is it going to. Oh, it's just a whole lot of problems it is. Physical is much, much better. Much, much better. And then on top of that, the benefits for the customer. No work involved. Just take it out and you're done. That's it. No assembly, no tools, none of that at the end of the day. Easy. Now, if you're building a frame and all that for it, that's a different story. But, you know, since we actually are experts in the field of building frames and all that stuff, I'm going to be showing some blueprints on our site that you can go and you can actually put together some very easy frames if you're going to make it stationary. If you're going to make it stationary, use the 4 screw system, and that's all you need at the end of the day. Also, too, our screens are going to come with these rope lights, which I love these rope lights so much. If you haven't seen these, I got mine down because I'm actually rebuilding my desk. So these are the rope lights you'll be getting for free from us. They are actually completely weatherproof. Don't worry about that. And again, all their shipping, no surcharge fees, no hidden fees, no surprise charges popping up on your account. None of that nonsense. All shipping is free. All right, let me skip on for a minute. Pink and blue abstract. There we go. This is the feel we need. So what I'm doing right now is I'm getting the backgrounds for our labels, the specification sheets, because we want on the front, we want the whole logo. On the back of it, we want the specification sheet in the back of it. And then I want to put like a certification sticker on it, because that's why we have certification stickers. I was going to use these things for something. And I checked on the cost. It's not going to cost us a lot to do it. And then we got these perks and all. They're going to actually make things a lot more cheaper for the ship stuff. It's going to come in a different post office mailer, which means for the certified envelopes. And we're also too working to see exactly how much would express shipping cost too on top of that, because I want to I do want to have express shipping. So imagine that, free shipping and express at the same time with certification. Can't get any better than that. So with that, people, I'm tired. I've just been working, and Mother's Day and all that. Just been working. Oh, so a little mental note to the haters out there. Let me explain something to you. You know how this works, because again, you have no idea. It's kind of like dealing with a 5-year-old. That's what it is. Whatever ingenious, brainiac idea pops up in their head, some kind of cartoon idea comes in their head, they feel the need to run it past me. So I have to educate you and put you back in your place, because again, you run a business? Really? How do you run a business? How? Like, you guys skipped in. It's like you try to start a business and you you just completely skipped all business 101. You don't know anything at all, period. Gee whiz, good thing you're online, to tell you the truth, because out there, you'll get eaten alive out there. You don't know anything at all, period. I'll tell you why. First things first, if you're having an attorney, the minute you sign up with a law firm, okay, from the door, right? An attorney is going to take care of everything for you involved in the case. You don't have to lift a finger. You don't got to call nobody, contact nobody, just that, blah, dot, dot, nothing. Even when you go to the doctors, everything's going to the attorneys. How's it paid for? They're paying for. Some attorneys pay for everything because they know they got a large settlement coming back to them. That's how it works. They take care of everything. You don't do jack at all, period. So if you contact me and you say you need my attorney's number, you wouldn't need the attorney's number. You're saying my attorney needs your number. You wouldn't be representing your attorney. Your attorney would be representing you. You know see how that works? So the minute you make that statement, the attorney would be contacting us. And they wouldn't be calling us on a number that's a spam number. It would be their number that would be popping up. It would say the name of the law firm and everything. We would receive an email from them, the whole 9 yards. That's how it works. Right from the door. That's how it works. We even receive a certified letter. And the other guy received a certified letter from my attorney. Came straight to him. He signed for it. And the attorney advised him that he could contact us. Gave him permission to contact us. Ah, yeah. I seen one pop out of the room. Yeah, you idiot. At the end of the day, learn something. Crack a book every once in a while. Learn how the real world actually works. Because you're an idiot for contacting me with something that's stupid to begin with. By the way, we block your text from the door. They don't call on spam numbers. See, I got this freaking software on my phone, and if your number is not legit, you come up under spam. But if it is legit, you come up under a real number. So guess what? That's just as dumb as the other idiot sat there in somebody's backyard and was discussing a potential lawsuit toward us. You dummy, at the end of the day, no attorney in their right mind is going to sit back there and jeopardize their license. You know how long it takes to get a license to become an attorney? On top of that, you're going to have to pass the bar to begin with. They're not going to run. Very few people, very few lawyers are going to make that attempt to damage their reputation, number one, which is everything. And on top of that, lose their license to practice law. So if an attorney did go in a backyard and did discuss something that he shouldn't discuss on a live YouTube stream, by the way, not only will the firm terminate any practices, any cases that he has from the door, but he runs the risk of basically using his license in the process. I know this because I've taken a few attorneys to court. Yay! So I know that rule. I've been on the other side of the fence. I've taken attorneys to court for messing up. So with that being said, your attorney would not advise you to contact us and give me our attorney's number, he would contact us. That's how it would work. Huh. Yeah. Idiots. I swear, I think they sit around all day long and play, what's that game called? Basically, Get a Date or whatever it's called. Girls play up the pigtails and stuff. You guys don't think at the end of the day, do we? We don't crack books. I'm sorry, in your adolescent, immature mind, you think that I think like you. I don't think like you. I'm very well educated. I know exactly what I'm talking about when I get on camera. I do have an attorney at the end of the day. And by the way, I told you, you're going to small claims court. Because my battle plan at the end of the day is to drag you in and out of a courtroom and cost you $12,000 a pop to basically chip away at your finances. By the time we hit the big boy court, you don't have any money left. There you go. That's how we work it at the end of the day. On top of that, if you don't show up for any of the 5 or 8 times we drag you in and out of court, it's going to come up on public record that you were a no-show. And this will make a judge extremely mad. If you don't show up on the first one, freaking forget about the second, third, fourth, and fifth, because they're not going to bother with you at the end of the day. The minute we walk in that courtroom, we say, yeah, pop, slam it, and grab that gavel, and we're done. We got your judgment on you that fast and that quick. By the time we reach the big boy court, you're going to say, hey, look, there's a track record of this individual not even showing up. No attorney will touch you with a 10-foot pole knowing you have this type of record sitting on top of you. There you go. So not only can we basically sue the daylights out of you multiple times, but on top of that, we can chip away at your finances and make it virtually impossible for an attorney to even touch you. You don't know business at the end of the day. And the reason why you can't pop down here because you have substantial charges against you sitting with the FBI. And the minute you pop over here, you're within jurisdiction, which means we can have you arrested. You don't know business at the end of the day. You guys would be horrible chess players. Easy to win over, but horrible chess players. You don't know strategy and business. That's the problem. There you go. Like when I do against certified screens, I'm very careful to read over all their specifications, what we can use, what we can't use. That's why we don't use those screens outside. We'll go out and figure out if they have an outdoor screen and we use those, because if I do take the screens outside, I'm liable for a potential lawsuit because their screens are not designed for outside use. And I can say, well, Mr. Bird basically mishandled our screens by taking them outside and using them, and our screens are clearly not designed for that. Just like when we sat there and said our screens are not designed for for knockoff projectors, we clearly stated that, and we can sue you for that, for using something and then slandering our product. Because then it becomes slander. Once you take that product outside and it's not meant to be outside, it is considered to be slandered. Ooh, I like this one. Yep, I know that. That's why I read through all their stuff. Everything. Because I want to be fair. When I'm putting their sheet up against the wall, I make sure all the ends are taped down nice and flat, because it has to be, because if any of those ends pull up, it could cause the screen to have some problems with a narrow viewing cone effect that may trigger off on a screen. This is why the camera must sit right in front of it, because these screens were designed, if you move to the left or to the right, they become dark around the edges, and this could basically change the outcome of the screen's performance capabilities. So that's why you have to be fair in all demonstrations. You have to be by the book. That's why they can't take me to court. How long I've been doing those demonstrations? For quite some time. That's just like the 2 individuals who somehow got their heads knocked together and go, oh, we got an idea. We'll send him an email saying that we're this company, we're Black Diamond, and we're telling him to take down all his video. Oh my goodness, swear, at the end of the day, really? Seriously? I think if we just be quiet and hear you nod your head back and forth, it would literally sound like a single penny in a can. And the reason why I say this, gentlemen, I'm not upset with you. It's kind of like, it's belittling that you come toward me with such childish behavior. It is. You ever had somebody do something so dumb, you just look at them like, what the freak is going on inside their head? You're baffled. You're just baffled by the dumbness that people do. That's literally what it is. First things first, let me educate you. No company is going to represent another company unless they're being paid to. That's how that works. So email we got, which is hilarious. They sent us an email as in Screen Innovations telling us to take down the videos we've done. But not only that, basically including Daylight into it. Screen Innovation and Daylight. Are they partners? Did they sign a contract to become partners or something? Because that sounds like a partnership to me. No, no company is going to come in and represent another company without being paid for it, without kind of some talk or communications or whatever. They're not going to get involved in that. They're only going to represent themselves only. So the fact that there was another company in there being mentioned by Screen Innovation clearly shows it was a complete lie. Not only that, you had no capitals at the beginnings of sentence, runoffs as usual. There was no company's watermark there. There was no fax and no phone number, or nothing there at all, period. Not even the company's address. All that was missing. Your kids writing this for you? I think that's what it is. I think your kids are writing this for you. I couldn't imagine you guys working at a business. You had to do a pie chart. It probably come written all in crayons and markers smelling like cherries and freaking peaches and stuff like that. You don't do anything professional. This is how I know when I look at this stuff, you're not professional. Who the freak, what company sends something like that? I want to represent another company. Again, they have their own lawyers. You know that, right? They have their own legal team. Yeah, that's how we know it was a fake. Gee whiz Louise, man. All right, let's move on to what we do over here. I just had to put that out there real quick. It's hilarious. It's hilarious watching them try. It is. It's like, you know, somebody's real tall and they hold something up high and you watch your kid trying to jump for it. That's what it's like. That's what it's like dealing with you guys. So you're jealous and mad because I'm converting to a physical screen. And I guarantee you people, and the next couple of days, that's all they're going to talk about. Heck, they even want to try to copy everything we do. If we go to their websites, they're copying us already, trying to be us. You know, they want to copy from the smarter kids. That's what it comes down to. It is what it is. But I'm going to tell you something right now. You go to AVS forums, you go to any one of those forum sites, heck, they got them all over Facebook. Go pop in there and tell them that your screen paint is a physical screen. Go up to somebody who has one of those high-grade certified screens and tell them your screen is equal to theirs and see what happens. Can't venture in that field. Let me see. I like this one right here. I'm trying to figure this would match perfectly with the background design. We got a bit of a splash going in there. Let me see. Abstract art, pink and blue splash. See, we got a splash kind of effect going on here. So, gentlemen, I'm not going to entertain you. I just spoke what I had to say. That's it. I got much work to do. You can sit back and hate, bite your bottom lip. I call them bottom lip biters. Bite your bottom lip and get mad and get upset. Throw your little hissy fits as you usually do. Send me your dumb text messages, which you want me to do it much longer because I told you we're in the number change process. We have a professional number, which is going to the website. I'll have another number change for my phone, and it will be only attached to my business cards, which will be designed for out there. I think they're mad because they don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to compete with it. You were never competing. First, slow it down. Go against the certifieds first. Go near their screens and basically prove your product worthy. I'm surprised you've been around this long. You don't have nothing from them at all, period. And I've seen that bent up, folded, poorly maintained Elite Dark Star 9 Surface that you had, Jamie, that had multiple crease lines in it, which was a poor display of their product to begin with. It should have been smooth with no crease lines in it. It should have been in a fully lit environment. I don't know what that thing was doing in such a dark environment to begin with, because it has a very high gain attached to it. So it shouldn't be in that environment. When you start seeing demonstrations of people doing comparisons of other people's screens and they're in these dark environments, that's because their screens have to be that dark environment. Why do you have claiming to have our technology? Oh, by the way, you got a ship back coming back to you, certified mail letter coming to you soon. Why do you call yourself competing with our products and you stick us in the darkest rooms you could possibly think of if you claim to have my stuff? Mind you, I can project off a ceiling with the lights on. So what am I doing in a dark environment in that apartment at the end of the day if you claim to have my product? Kind of curious about that, because our gains are much higher than a 2.0. So what am I doing in such a dark environment? Yeah, I thought so. The reason why it can't be in a fully lit environment like our screen, because the screen would wash out completely, be gone. It wouldn't even be there anymore. All right, enough about you. Let's get back to me. I got things to do. Let me see. I got to do backgrounds for this and the backdrops for the image. And I don't know if I'm doing a circle. I don't know if I want to do a circle or if I want to do square, if I want to do oval. How I want to design it. I can do it on the. I can actually do it on the Wix site. I can actually edit and do design labels from there. They show you how to design labels right from there. So that's what we're working on too. These designs we want to put in. But I want that splash. They're giving me a different kind of splash. Splash effect. See, that's what I want right there. That's exactly what I want. What do we have here? Could we just take out the entire controller and do it that way? Let me see. Color, splash effect, clip art. Close, but yeah, it's just too much because I want to be able to get the I need to get something where I can have the specification sheet to fit on it nicely. That's what I need. Oh man. Physical screens, people. I got so many ideas that I want to work with these physical screens. So much I want to do. My sister's son is an actual engineer, certified as an engineer. I'm going to be bringing some ideas to him. He's going to design our motorized projection screen. Because I do want one. I want a motorized projection screen. It really isn't that hard when you think about it. I mean, it's just a motor and a reel. That's basically about it. But it's easy cakes for him at the end of the day. And he's going to design one for us so we can have our own motorized projection screen. And since he is basically an engineer, he is going to be the one basically filling out the forms for the engineer patent. Because I ain't doing that thing at the end of the day. You ever doing an engineer patent looks like? Yeah. He's used to doing that anyway. That's what he does for a living anyway. So he's going to basically design our motorized projection screens. And I want mine whisper quiet. He's the one that knows how to do it. So look, he's going to get a motorized projection screen too. What the heck? Yeah, and as for the fixed frame screens, we're not doing those heavy things. I've done dozens and dozens of fixed frame screens. Yeah, don't like to do them myself. I like putting them together myself. Some are much more easier. Yeah, the Elite screen is very easy to put together. The silver tickets extremely easy to put together. But still, it's a lot of money because to ship those things back and forth aren't cheap, and they got weight attached to them. So I'm doing custom wallpapers. That's what I'm doing. Easy. Roll it up into a nice little roll. Tuck it in and you're done. And it's portable. Take it anywhere you want. You get a 235.1 screen at 4 feet by 12 feet anywhere you want. That's what I like about the wallpaper. No assembly required and already pre-coded with their technology. Everything's going to have a different form of technology we're designing. We got the gamer screens coming out under the FLE-VT. Those are actual glass screens that come in these crazy suitcases. Oh, this thing's going to be sick. So we're already planning for that already. We're already planning to do physical. And I guess that's the best way to go. And once we get our motorized projection screen and everything ready to go, we're done. We're going to be completely off paints. Completely done with them. Only thing we have is our special coated chemicals, which are our formulas when you use it, our basic reactors, you want to call them, for basically coating our surfaces and transporting them. Not transporting them. Transforming them. That's what we're going to be having. And that gives us an advantage point over the physical screens, because the physical screens use fabrics and films and some kind of shiny materials, and we develop our own chemicals, which means, yeah, we go way outside the box when it comes to them. That's why I'm trying to get you to understand Crow and Partey. Get this, the reason why I mentioned your name in this video, listen to me carefully. We're not in your category anymore. We're done. We have moved on. We have advanced. You understand? We are dealing with physical. You can sit there and go, but he still designs a chemical at the end of the day. No. When you sell a screen, You mark it down at the post office. Is it a chemical or is it a fabric? And yours will now be a chemical when ours will be a fabric. That makes us physical. That's what it makes it. Doesn't make a difference. It's a chemical. As long as the chemical is being transferred to a surface, then it becomes physical once it transfers to the surface. But if it's still a chemical, then guess what? It's a chemical. That's the difference. And under these new laws, well, if you don't have all your paperwork legit, including paperwork under your company's name, and you're going to have all your safety material data sheets and all that crazy stuff you're going to request for before you can ship anything overseas or anything basically from state to state now, because they're going to request it. And guess who else is going to incorporate that? PayPal is going to incorporate that new policy into the shipping station. You're going to have to state what's in it. No, the reason why we can state ours is because paperwork. I did all the paperwork. Remember, gentlemen, when I was sitting in the laundry room and you were laughing about me being in that spot, I was in there getting on my paperwork. How you feeling right now? You don't have that paperwork, do you? No, you do not. Some of you don't even have a license to sell in your own state. That can get you in a lot of trouble, too. If you got other people working for you, anybody working for you at all, anyone transferring anything whatsoever, anybody, you can get in trouble for this because you need an EIN number in order to show that you have other employees working with you. You can say they're not on the clock. If you pay them any currency, any money whatsoever, this can get you in a lot of trouble. Now, do you want me to? You want to do the screen paints and all that stuff? Do you want me to dig into the business part of this? Because you really don't want me on it. I know my business. I know nothing to that. I know how to run a business. I know how to conduct it. I know what paperwork is needed. That's what I spent all that time sitting in that laundry room doing. Going through all those documents, reading through all those documents to make sure everything is legit. I'll be going down to City Hall tomorrow to go pick up my permit. So basically, I can advertise in the park because I have a license. And the thing about it is, people, a license is not hard to acquire. It really isn't. It's very easy paperwork to fill out. But they all link together, just so you know. These things all link together. And if you have a delinquent on an LLC, this can conflict with everything else. If you lie on a document, this is definitely going to conflict with everything, because the same questions that are asked on that document will be asked on this document. They all kind of synchronize together. Yeah, you screw yourself from the door. Yes, you will. You better believe it'll be on there. The EIN number will have it on there. That's from the IRS. They'll have it on there. I know. I went through all that paperwork. I went through a lot of the paperwork. And I love paperwork, by the way. I do love paperwork. Every time I do something, I always learn something new. Right now, I'm going to be working on a corporate license. Is my next one to work on. It's a corporate license, and that's set for later on down the road. When we need it, we got it. And corporations get all kinds of insane perks at the end of the day. But I have to have so many employees working with me, and this, that, and the other, and some other formalities to go along with it. So yeah, on top of that, we can get huge bank loans and all that stuff, corporate breaks and all that stuff. Yeah, that'll be up. Let me see. I need something for... abstract blue and pink splash was actually kind of name. Abstract design. Abstract designs. That would be perfect. That's actually perfect. Can we fit the whole thing on there? That's the problem. Can we fit the whole thing on there? Abstract forms. That would be nice. If you can get the whole thing on there, it'd be pretty cool. Yeah, you got to get your paperwork done. A lot of paperwork. Got to get it done. It's a headache. It's definitely a headache, but you got to get it done. If not, it'll come back to bite you in the face. It will bite you in the face. I think I'm joking. It will. Get it done. Get it done. So that's what I've been doing. Tons and tons of information on these screens, and I realized that when I start putting two to two together, like, gee whiz, it is easier to do the certified and then the physicals than the screen paint. It's a heck of a lot less paperwork. When you start talking about a chemical, man, there is so much stuff that they want to know about this stuff. At the end of the day, it is not even funny. Not even funny. And then the money you got to spend for getting these things ready to package. Like you got to have special containers, make sure the containers don't leak, they can't crack, they can flex, they can bend. And chemicals can become temperamental. They can be temperamental in the cold. They can be temperamental in the heat. They can implode. Oh, the suckers can definitely implode on you. Cans will suck in and the lids will pop off and they'll be coming at you at 100 miles an hour. Yes, sirree. A whole lot of stuff can go wrong. You can mix the wrong chemicals and they could have issues and they could have problems. There's a whole lot of stuff that could go wrong. And then on top of that, the paint down application, because now the customer has to paint it down. You know, don't get me wrong. We put a science to it to get it all right, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to get a screen that's not going to streak. It's not going to peel. It's not going to crack. You have to go through all that. And gentlemen, you remember where I took that screen and I froze it into a block of ice? Yeah, guess what? That same engineering technology that allows that screen to do that, it's embedded in all our screens. As I told you, we take bits and pieces of the technology and we embed it into one screen. FLE has that ability to be able to be frozen, and you could pull it apart and it can't crack or peel. Now, before you sit there and say that's not true, I got the video. Check it up on YouTube. It's called Projection Screen Block of Ice. Yep, because we did it already. See? That's why we can do this, because we already know. Got to do the tests. Gotta do the tests. I've been telling you all that for years. Testing. Yeah. So now when they start enforcing this law, where basically you're going to have to show what's in your container, and you have to show proper paperwork to get this done, some of you will be out of business. This is why testing is important. It's one of the things you got to make sure. Let me see. Oh, I forgot to add real quick. Well, because we're doing it certified, it means all packages are insured up to $5,000. Did you know that? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Now, that's for us. That's our insurance for us, not for you. I'm sorry, because we don't want anybody thinking that, oh, we can just do some scam and mess them up and we get the $5,000. No, you'll mess around and your butt up in jail. That's what's going to happen. No, all your packages, anything we bring through here, it's going to be tested before we actually ship it and tested before it ships out the door, which means that chemical we have, we make it in 5-gallon units. So if any of that goes bad, if one screen goes bad, they have to be all bad. So everything's foolproof. And to violate that batch number at the end of the day, if you try to get that 5,000, try to switch it around so you can basically collect that, that's going to get you in some serious jail time. And is it really worth it to be sitting behind bars on a beautiful sunny day while everybody is outside walking around and enjoying their life, and you're sitting there watching time slip through your fingers because you did something extremely stupid? Not worth it, is it? Nope. Ain't even worth it. That's why I say you don't do dumb stuff. I like to watch the cop cams where cops had the cams on them, and I just think about how fast. Well, I did it myself. I did something stupid myself and messed up. I almost messed my life up. But it's just how fast you can get into trouble, like that fast. 1 minute you could be going to Walmart to buy something, next you know you could be sitting in a jail cell. That fast, that quick, because they're doing something stupid. Back, what we got? Backside. No, it's back. That's how we, yeah, that fast. I saw this one where this guy stole. He stole $40 out of the cash register. And the camera was right there watching the whole entire time. It was right there. I'm pretty sure he saw it multiple times. But he took $40 out of the cash register. He lost his job over $40, went to jail, had to pay fines and fees, and ended up getting, well, he got like, I think a year in jail for like $40. It's a year you could have been doing something productive. $40. Sheesh. $40. That's fast. Get up to work, get dressed, take the car or the bus or whatever to your job, end up in jail. That's messed up. That's why I said life is too short to be doing dumb stuff. Let me see. I like that one. I'm gonna go with that one. That's the one I like right there. Ooh, man, this one looks pretty hot too. But I'm gonna take this other one. No. Yeah. Because I can get more on this one right here. I can definitely get more on that design right there. What else we got? That one's nice, but this one I can get more of a design on here. I think this one's a better one to go with. That's a better one to go with. That's perfect. That'll give me more to put that whole information sheet right there. And I got the business cards to make, and I got everything else to do. And on top of, like I said, with the screens, I'm gonna get my crunch bag so I can take it from here, take it from there. So we'll be doing videos out there and advertising here with it, and then we'll be advertising here and back and forth. So I'm gonna be using, you know, out there to have some fun with, and here to do some fun with. Let me get this straight. Oh, my desk. I'm building out of cardboard. Yes, sirree. So you're probably thinking like, okay, so he's gonna build a desk out of cardboard. How is he gonna paint it? Because bottom line is out of cardboard. Actually, I'm gonna be connecting a screen to it because we got that tabletop screen technology. See? Ha! I think of everything. Yeah, because we can't paint the desks anymore because we're not doing paint anymore. But we got that tabletop screen that we're gonna be hooking up. And this is gonna be fantastic. If you have a restaurant and you want to do a kind of a display with using just a 50 lumen projector, which we have right here, there's a way that it can be connected up. I'll show you the tools that we use to connect it up. Very professional. You can get displays, movies, sports, whatever, right there on top of the table. Freaking amazing. And then on top of that, it just stretches around the table. That's basically about it. So you don't have to worry about painting over your tables, because hotel tables can be expensive. It can be expensive. There we go. And we got the Cinema Flow, which I'm not going to tell you about that. Let's let the haters bite them nails a little bit thinking about that one. Like, what the freak is Cinema Flow? We'll advertise Cinema Flow, 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 Flow. And be like, oh my God, what is that now? What is that? It's going to be something crazy. So you're going to love it. You're going to freaking love it. Love it. All right, let me see. Sorry, people. I had candy today. I'm gonna check something too while I'm at it. Let's see. We need my cat's like, you're crazy. You're crazy too. Apex. The Apex gamer is going to be amazing. I cannot wait to get one for myself. I don't have one yet, but I am going to get one for myself. I'm going to do 150 inch for me. Let's see. And I got customers were chiming in like, hey, can you put a hold on my paint? Like, because I got some paint still going out, and they want to swap over for the screen because they don't have to paint anything. Now, this is also too fantastic for people. I've met veterans. I've met people that have disabilities, and this also too pans out well for them because, again, they don't have to ever paint anything. People at the end of the day that really don't want to paint, because you got those people that don't want to paint, and some people are just not good with tools at the end of the day. So think about it. You don't have to build a frame. These things are actually frameless. 4 screws connected to your wall. If you saw the demonstration where I went outside, we were watching Batman out there, and we brought it inside in a well-lit environment. It's still fired up on a 600 by 800 720p SVGA projector. That's what I'm talking about. Ultra short though, fanboys, at the end of the day, I do like ultra short those, by the way. They're fantastic. We're doing it for outdoor movies and all that stuff like that. This is going to be fantastic for you because your screen can always lay flat no matter what. No matter what your walls look like, they can have cannon holes in them things. It doesn't make a difference. Hope you don't have cannon holes, but if you do, you can just basically put your 4-screw system in and lock it in. You're done. That's it. We should drop some long screws in there, shouldn't we? Okay. You got me. I'll do it. I'll drop in some long screws in there for you. It'd be real nice. You just put your long screws in and just lock it in place. It does have built-in grommets, goody gumdrops on all that good stuff all together. And again, like I said, completely portable. Black FLE gamer back label. I think this is what I'm going to go with, but I'm going to dress it up a little bit because it seems a little bit bland, so we have to dress it up a little bit. Add it to the player to dress it up. Labels off the tables. Let's see right here. I'm really happy about this. And on top of that, the shipping time is gone. I'm thinking more happy about the shipping time. We know we got the technology to do it, but the shipping time is going to be sick, which means we're going to be able to hook you up. Yes, I love doing ship outs. I really do. I love doing ship outs. I do. We can process it 10 times faster, 10 times quicker. Man, it's going to be beautiful. I cannot wait. And then when you get the technology, like I said, you can sit there and say, hey, here, test the screen. It's that screen, this screen, man. We're going to knock out every single certified. We can literally get your hands. Mind, this stuff is already tested already. It's already designed to take out certain high end, but I want to do more than that. We're going to go everything from the Stewart AVs to the Cinema Gray 5D, all of them, the whole group, the whole 9 yards, just get them done. So at the end of the day, if I'm going to be competing and I'm going to be certified now, I'm going to be getting certified soon. That's what I'm working on, certification. But if I'm going to compare myself to a physical screen, I got to beat the physical screen, and I have to show that I can do them all. So that's what we had to do, and that's what we're going to do. Now, keep in mind, this is not going to support knockoff projectors. I'm sorry, we don't support those things. And again, like I said, we're going to have a free color option. So when you come in to get the screen, you're going to see something called the Eclipse Dark Silver. It's a beautiful color. Keep in mind, the difference between the two, one's going to produce the high white levels. Contrast is going to be fair. It's not going to be like, you know, you're looking, none of that crap. It's going to be good contrast. But the Infinity ones are going to be on the darker screens. And Infinity ones, they're going to be able to produce amazing white levels. As you can see, we put them against white surfaces and stuff like that. But this screen is going to produce a higher white level. So higher white levels, darker contrast. Which one you want to choose? We'll put them side by side. You can figure it out. And yes, they will have black versus black demonstrations. So you can see the difference between our product and fabrics. This is the reason why, again, why you do all these tests. Because if you're going to convert, at least you know what your stuff can do. We can easily do a black on black test, not a problem. We've done dozens of these. We can easily put them against certified screens, not a problem. We can easily do ultra short throws. We've done dozens of ultra short throws. We've done the picos. We've done venues. We've done all that stuff. And we've done front and rear technology. We've done acoustics. So we're covered in that field for everything that has to be done. See? There you go. That's the guarantee we give you. Everything will have batch numbers attached to them, which means your product will be tested before it ships out the door, so you can see that your product works perfectly fine. Keep in mind that if you do cut the fabric or anything or alter it, basically it's going to be hard for us to exchange it, and due to the fact that we need to resell the screen. We can't resell the screen if you already cut it up. So please keep in mind about that, okay? All right. But again, through all the testing we do on our stuff, you know, that's the reason why it's going to be foolproof, and it's going to look absolutely fantastic. And the screen's going to be on site in multiple locations. So not only will you not see it just here, but you'll see it every place else. Oh, wait, you see the photos we're taking for this, the packaging. I can't wait for you to see the packaging. You're going to love the packaging. And it comes with free LED lights. See these beautiful LED lights, people? These aren't those ones that had the little dots in between. These are the beautiful ones right here. These are the ones that actually bend up and shape, and you can curve them and spell your name and all that stuff. Now, keep in mind, the bracket system that comes with these, they suck. They do. They suck badly. They suck. But we're going to actually buy our own and put them in there for you. The ones I'm using right now, much, much better. I'll show you. I knew my cat was going to walk on. We loves to be on camera. See these right here? They don't give you these. These are the better ones right here. We buy those. We're going to buy those, put that in there. So put some long screws in there for you to attach it to your wall. Heck, I might throw some Velcro in there. What the heck? We'll throw some Velcro in there, and we'll throw in these latches, which are better with the lights, much better than using the ones they come with. Because the ones they come with, they get these really dinky screws, and the heads are real small. So putting them in by hand is a headache if you're going to try to put them through your wall, and you don't want to put a bunch of holes in your wall to begin with, right? And the other ones, if you try to take a drill bit to it, good luck on that. And get used to the chucker jumping off the heads because their heads are too small. So with this right here, you can stick it to your wall, and keep in mind, we're getting the 3M because we don't want you pulling paint off along with it. We're going to get the professional ones, and that way you can just stick it anywhere you want. There you go. See, make it easy for you. So let me write all this stuff down, what we're going to be adding in here free for you guys. And I'm going to check on this package real quick, and I'll be right back. Oh, man, I'm charged. I'm always charged. I'm converting everything over. See how much time I had to put on the website. I had to work like a dog on that one. Let me see. Let me get my whatchamacallit first. I want to try the theory out. Someone basically was showing on the job, like hacks, what they were doing. And they used a heat gun to cook marshmallows, to heat up marshmallows. That's why I bought some. I got a heat gun too. I'm curious to see how this works. I'll be back. Woo! Whee! Packages from the sky. All right. We are pricing the 150s, 120s, and 100s under the 400 mark. Same would be the same for gamer screens and the gunmetal technology. And then between, I don't know yet how much the other screen is going to cost me, because I told you I got people coming in. We want to do a custom 235.1, which you're going to freaking love those. And we want to do, we're going to do 235 and 239, because someone asked requested 239. Then we want to do customs, which means if you have a custom size you want, like a 1610, one of them out of the fabric surfaces, we do that. Or they make this 235.1s come in like, I think 5 or 6 different sizes, and crazy sizes, like 1.7 or something like that. We could do those too, because some people have those setups. So we want to keep everything under a certain price point. I want to be way under the certified. That's very important, to show that our technology can compete with them and take them on. But not only that, far less. Because you're not going to take a $5,000 screen outside. You won't do that. What do we got here? Oh! They sent it! Yeah! I'm telling you, God has been hooking us up. I want to tell you something. When you're a Christian, you ever heard in the Bible they said Christians get favoritism? We do. We literally get favoritism. Like half these applications, you got. Okay, let me explain something to you. When PayPal did that whole certification thing they had to go through, oh, that thing was a nightmare. So bottom line is, they want to find all the dummy did accounts. A lot of people got a lot of did accounts. They're not using. They're just floating around on oh, I can't believe I got this. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness, this is going to change everything for me. But anyway, they had a lot of did counts on there. So even if you had your account for like now I have 13 years on my account. 13 years. Don't you try to get away from there, man. Stop the wires and cables, man. You're right on my cord. So even though they had, like, my account's been there forever, and I've had freaking working capital, and I borrowed money and I paid it back, and everything, my account's good standing, they still were putting everybody through this crazy ridicule. The computer system was just putting everybody through it. So basically, you had to show proof of ID, and you had to show the last time you were shipping stuff up, and tracking numbers, and how much money you're making. They didn't want to know how much you were making, and whether or not your account was eligible. Oh, gee whiz, man. They started doing that's going to be a nightmare for some people. But anyway, so I wanted all this nonsense. They literally stopped any way for orders to be processed through my account. So I had to show ID. My ID had expired. So I had to get ID all over again. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I had to go down to the Social Security office because I lost my Social Security card in the moving, and I had to go get a new card. I got the card and everything. I go to check my account. The guy says, oh, what are you talking about? Your account's active. It's in good standing. I was like, wait a minute. Didn't we have to provide ID? And it's like, what are you talking about ID? You're good. I don't know what you're talking about. They never requested for the ID and never needed it. You know why? Because God took care of that. Because God's people have favoritism. Now, what I'm got in front of me right now, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but in order for me to get one of these, I would have had to show a documentation on through their company, and I got the documentation right here in my hand. See, when God makes a way for his people, there is nothing that will stand in their way. Nothing. You think you can stop God? That's why I told you at the end of the day, when you naysayers think at the end of the day that you can pretty much try to tear down what I build, what I got first from my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, do you think you could stop God? Heck, you couldn't even stop basically death when it comes for you. When your time comes and we all have to leave off this earth one way or another, you can't stop it. You're going one way or another. So you don't have any power whatsoever. But I can't believe I have this. Yeah! Unbelievable. This is going to change so much, so much. Thank you, Jesus. My Lord is good. My Lord is amazing. Boom! Yeah, devil hates that. Devil hate it. He hates it. Hates to see a Christian be happy. Can't believe I got it. I'm thinking I gotta go fill out this whole form on it. I never had to fill out the form to begin with. Yep. Like my licenses and all that stuff. Went through like crazy. Everything went through. I got one, the other bounced in, the other bounced in, the other bounced in. Everything bounced in just like that. Because the Lord knew I needed all this stuff. He needed all this stuff that was needed. If the Lord's going to bless you with a blessing, He's going to give you a purpose for your blessing. He's going to make a way for your blessing. No red tape, nothing will stand in your way on what the Lord got for you. I am so happy about that. I can't wait to set that up. That's going to change everything for me. Let me get over here and get this done. You know, I'm eligible for loans. A lot of money for loans. I'm not going to tell you my credit score. It's pretty high, but I have a lot of loans that I can achieve. I can get at the end of the day. Because my working capital, I paid a lot of money back. But I don't take any money from banks. I don't want to do with that. For me, it's dangerous for me. Because not only that, because somebody owns you at the end of the day. I don't like that feeling. I don't. I can't believe we got that. I really can't. I am so happy about that. So happy. Man, I want to do my, put our number in. We got a new number coming through. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. All our numbers are going to change now. All that's going to change. Oh, man, I can't wait. I can't wait to get this. I got to get it set up. I can't wait. Right now I'm thinking about it. And I got to tell you the table we're building over here. The table we're building. Oh, wait. Hold on. I got something here on the table. Here we go. Perfect example. Remember I told you about basically building your own furniture with cardboard? You see these tubes like this? This is what I was trying to explain to them. They make these things industrial side for cables. If you know what I mean? But we don't need anything that big. We need something probably about the size of a 32-ounce container, maybe. But yeah, so this is what I'm building my luxury cloud sofa with. These right here. This is the foundation. Some people didn't do the foundation. They did a slice of one roll. Again, multiple rolls of the same size to make the sofa. But I'm making mine a little bit different than that one. So I can't wait. We're going to build a small prototype and a bunch of these and show you how I'm putting my whole sofa together. And yes, I'm doing all the artwork. Well, actually, no, I'm not doing the artwork. My buddy is a graffiti artist. He's doing the artwork. He's putting the whole cyberpunk logo on it and everything. He's designing it. He's doing the colors and everything on it. That's the table. Keeping the table. It's in the cat scratching something. He's doing all that to begin with. And I got these clear plexiglass windows that I'm putting in. I'm putting the whole entire design, a whole city of the cyberpunk display right there inside of the couch. It's going to be sick. And I decided to go with the drop chargers when you just drop on it and it just automatically charge with the LED lights and everything. It's going to be sick. This whole thing's made out of cardboard. My buddy said if I pull this off and if it is what he think it is from the blueprints, he wants to sell them in his furniture store. Yep. So I can't wait to finish working on this. All right, let's get this abstract art. We got work things doing, and Mr. Bird is just sitting here basically just talking. I'm just so happy. Everything is working out for us. This is beautiful. It's beautiful. Boy, this would make me super dizzy. If I came in and saw this on my wall, like, whoa. Like I'm going into the, you'd be like, I'm going into the wall. I'm not coming back. All right, let me see. Let's go over here and let's grab, just from here. I got to go back here for a minute. I need to grab another one of these. Excuse me. I can't believe I actually have one of those. I am so happy right now. I'm thinking that, the shipping time was so fast. I mean, the lady said that we were going to get it like 3 weeks. I got it 2 days. 2 days. I got it here. Can't believe it's sitting over there right now. I can't tell you what it is. I'm sorry. Because, you know, we got weirdos. That's why. Got weirdos. Yes. Yes. You can hook it up. Look at the boost. Give me some boost. Give me some boost. Remember, that's one of the things is to say, Burnout Paradise, I need more boost. Yeah, you could never get enough boost in Burnout Paradise. I need more boost. Let me see. Need more boost. What do we have here? Let me see. A little bit of an edge off of that one. I like that, but just a little bit off of that. And put a little bit more in the fade right there. Yeah, I like that. All right. Put a nice little trim on this. And I'm happy about this new adventure. I'm happy about because of the we don't need the containers. The containers are expensive. We don't need containers anymore. That's not gonna be needed anymore. We got these plastic seals that go on. They're all jet black. They are tear proof. They're weatherproof. And basically, what's it? That's it. Tear proof, weatherproof, and something else. They're proof. But anyway, but these things are fantastic, and they're gonna go into the mailers because I want my own packaging with that. So you're going to have this in the back, basically the specifications, and then the one in the front, which is going to have the logo on it. We're going to have the certification stickers on it, and then a beautiful gold thank you note for basically buying the product. You also have in the package, I'm going to put the long screws in if you want to do it for your walls. We're also going to add in some Velcro for you, and we're going to add in these hooks, which are actually fantastic for the lights, lights, which you're going to get. You get 16 feet of LED lights for free. They're weatherproof. They go to your screen. Just in case you want to use them indoor or out there, you have that option now. And these lights are gorgeous. I love them. Other than the ones that have like, let me show you the difference, because these are weatherproof too. See if I can get them over here. Come over here, come to Papa. All right, so see these blue ones like this? These are the traditional outside lights. And these are the new ones. Which ones look more attractive? Yeah, these two. They're much brighter and they're much more beautiful. So I got them for a good price. I used my wholesale tax ID license and I got a good deal on them. And now I can go give them for free. So if you don't want to use them, look at them toadies, the beans. You showing the beans? Are you showing the beans? The beans? You know what the beans are, right? The bottom of a cat's foot, the beans. Come here, the beans. Can't touch your beans. Ouch! You bit me. How dare you? Anyway, somebody's like the beans. These are beans. Cats' beans are their toadies. The little toady paws. And them tiny teefies. The tiny teefies. What are those teefies for, Taco? What are those teefies for? You've never told me what the teefies are for. You won't tell me what those teefies are for. Okay, are you broken? Probably. Probably broken. Who knows? Probably broken. How can you not have a cat and tease a cat about its teefies? Like, really, seriously, what kind of human are you? You don't tease a cat about its teefies. I'm just trying to figure out what they're for. Why are they so tiny? Why? Why are the teefies so tiny? I still can't believe we got that card. We got it already. That already. God is good. God is good. God is good. All right, I want a little bit larger on this one, and I'm going to convert this one to the black. Let's use it for a minute. Does this thing have a black frame? No. Cancel that. I want to see something for a minute. Oh, that's how we did it. Yeah, kind of remember. I couldn't figure out how we did that one. All right, let me see it for a minute. This thing has a shift to it, so that's what it is. It has a shift to it, so you have to go from here to the color there. Come give me the color, and then I have to expand the size. Not too much. And then I have to shift the distance from it. The distance has to be shifted over. Alright, give me the angle. Alright, then apply that. And go get the black instead. Expand the black size a little bigger. Can't believe I got it that quick. Man. Well, that's going to change a lot. That's going to change a whole lot. Man, I'm happy. Customers don't have to paint screens anymore. No more instructions. No more work hex. No more work for me. My coding application is easy. It is because we concentrated the formula. It's completely different. The structure and everything had to be changed. Everything had to be changed. Mind, you're doing acoustic surface. Sound has to transfer to the screen. So the entire formula had to be redesigned to give it the ability to do that. But to make it concentrated so we literally don't have to work as hard to paint a screen. And the silver version actually has the same reaction, which I can't wait for that because now we have two different versions. And again, you're not going to pay extra because it's darker, and you're not going to pay extra because it's going to have this high grade silver to it. That's going to be a free option, which ones you want to choose. Now, like I said, I'm going to keep it at the under the 400 mark, and that's what we're working on right now. Going and changing the prices, get it under the 400 mark. Let me see. I need to go to. Let me see. This is for the gamer. So before we save this, I need to go to the actual site for the gamer. We can cancel that for right now. Let's see right here. And let's go in and get the gamer specification sheet. Wow. Oh no, you're on the whatchamacallit site. You're definitely on the other site. Let me see. We need to go to the buy here now. Now, I know they're put to sit there and say, oh, he sounded pretty angry. I'm not angry. I'm not. I expressed myself. You're going to express yourself without being ticked off or angry at the end of the day. Express myself. You got to know how to control your emotions. That's the problem. Some people let their emotions spill over into business and they do dumb stuff like, wrecking your website and committing, he's going to get his site taken now because he carried on his website. It's not professional. Carrying on the way he did on that site like that. He always abused the site. That's not professional. I can express that something bothers me, or I can express it in a day without basically grabbing hold of me and me being trapped with it. There's a difference between the two. You could be angry and upset about something, but as long as you leave it there, and that's the end of it. That some people don't have that self-control. If you have an argument and you're arguing with somebody that lives within your home, whatever you did outside, then leave it out there and it's done. As you walk into that home, it doesn't exist anymore. You move past it. It takes a big man to be to shake another man's hand and say, hey, look, we sit up there, that's the end of it. Let's move on. Let's keep this going and keep the positive. That's hard to do, but it can be done. It comes with time and maturity. That's what it comes with. So I can look past that because in the end, I see things differently. I don't see me arguing with other man. I'm seeing me having an argument with Satan. So I'm not going to allow Satan to have any more control than he had out there. Okay, things got a little out of hand out there. We got things to calm down. I'm not going to allow him to keep instigating that nonsense into the house. at all, period. And if I see that person acting up, I know I'm looking at the devil at the end of the day, because I see things through a spiritual way and then seeing them through the way man sees it. And that's how you can control those emotions a lot better, because now you're seeing who's behind the evilness and the carrying on and the acting up. Gotta learn to control your emotions. And he can't control his emotions. That's why he did what he did to his sight. You don't do that at the end of the day. Learn to control it. So if you notice all the nasty stuff they say to me, things they do to me, you don't see me on camera reacting the same way back to you. No, I'm not going to be out there cursing and carrying on and making memes and all this stuff, making duplicate and fake accounts and bombarding your emails and sending weird messages to your phone. I don't do that nonsense. And number one, I'm mature, I'm an adult. Number two, I have a business to run. That doesn't look good for business if I'm doing stuff like that. And then most of all, if I allow that kind of hatred to filter in my heart, that means I've already let Satan in. I've already let him in already. So when people say, oh, I don't serve the devil, oh, yeah, you do. Because if you have that kind of hatred toward somebody, toward anybody, not just me, anybody, and you fester that in, and Satan's already in you already. There's no forgiveness in that. You know that, right? So if I basically don't forgive my enemies at the end of the day, doesn't mean I'm not going to take you to court, because I am going to take you to court. You have to go to court. You did dumb stuff. You have to pay for it. But do I hate you? No, I don't hate you at the end of the day. Because if you can't forgive your enemies and can't move on from there, you fester with hatred, God can't forgive you at the end of the day. He can't forgive you for anything that you have done if you hold hatred in your heart for somebody else. And I make it my business not to allow the devil to nest in my heart. So regardless of what these guys do to me or say about me, at the end of the day, I don't allow that hatred to fester in my heart. Because again, gentlemen, I was down that road. I've been there already. I know what becomes of that life. It's not a good one. It's not a good one at all. 2 ways you find yourself in that life: dead or in jail. That's the only 2 options you have. Jail, because he got you to do something stupid that got you in jail. And dead, because he put you in front of somebody that would pretty much take your life faster than you would take theirs. Yeah, only 2 ways to go with that one. There's no in-betweens. Some good chips. Only 2 ways to go. At one point in my life, I saw demons. Not because I was doing anything bad, but I did see them. I didn't see them in their true form. I saw them in a human form, but not in a human form that you would recognize as being a normal human form. Something really, really you can tell that wasn't right. And the reason why I had to go through that period of my life assuming that, because the Lord was warning me that if I did go down that path again, He was not going to be there for me. As a matter of fact, I went from the church when I got out. And I was a Christian. I got baptized and everything. I'm at the house. And this woman came up and she started talking to my mom. She said, your son. Now, my mom didn't even know this woman. She was like, your son there, if he gets in trouble again, the Lord can't save him. And she walked away. And I said, Mom, you know her? She said, no, I don't even know her. I said, but you heard what she said, right? Sometimes the Lord will bring angels to your door to give you messages. You better listen. This is your last chance. You better get it right. And I heard that crystal clear. Yep, heard it crystal clear. Besides, what I went through anyway, I'm not trying to go back down that road anyway. The Lord will bring things to you. People will come to you. But for a period of time, I was seeing demons. It scared the crap out of me sometimes. You never know. Like, it keeps you aware that anywhere you go, that you know they're watching you 24/7. They're always watching you. And it was to give me an understanding that when I was out in the streets carrying on, that I was sitting among demons all day long. And didn't really need it, didn't understand. And they were feeding my mind. They were feeding the people across the street. They're feeding everybody in that neighborhood. And causing us to murder and kill each other. For dumb stuff at the end of the day. And I didn't realize that even the company, who knows, some of the people sitting next to me could have been demons themselves. Right there, coming right from me, laughing and talking to me. And it could have been a demon. Not my buddy, an actual demon. So I saw some things for a period of time, and it allowed me to be aware of what's in my surrounding and what I'm actually looking at. Don't get comfortable with the world. Don't get to a point where you don't, you get so relaxed with it, because that's pretty much what they want at the end of the day. So I saw some things, some really bad things, some things I don't want to explain, I don't want to understand, but it kept me aware of what I see. I'm in the house at 6 o'clock. Unless I'm out with family, unless I'm around my Christian brothers, then I'm out a little later than that. The latest I'll be out is 10 o'clock, and I'm in the house after that. But 6 o'clock, if I'm out with anybody, I'm in the house, because I know what's out there. I've seen some stuff, and I know what's out there. Yep, and they're bold. They'll walk right up to you and have a conversation with you. They don't fear anything at all. But they know boundaries, because they know who's saved and who's not saved. Don't touch them. Don't let them touch you, because they can transfer that fast. I saw something about a guy who was in his car, and this woman came up out of nowhere, and she started arguing with him. And his window, I was in his hands in his window, and she tried to reach for him, and he pulled back real fast. And she growled when she walked away. She just growled, and he was like, what? Everybody said the same thing. She was demon possessed. She was trying to grab for him. And good thing he didn't reach out. He kept his hands in that car. Yep. Because they know that's all it takes, just to touch you. That's why they say when you pray for somebody, you got to be careful who you put hands on, because you never know what's in that person. Sometimes you got to bring somebody in stronger to pray over them, because of what's in them. Yep. That's a read. Some people don't like it when I talk like that. They automatically leave because they don't like to hear what I say. Good, because Satan don't want you to hear it anyway. They say, go ahead and leave. Get out of here. Go, because he don't want to hear it. Satan don't want to hear it. And if Satan don't want to hear it, that means then he's already talking to you already. You sit in church and you don't like what that preacher's saying, gets on your nerves, it bothers you, irritates you. Guess who else it irritates? It irritates the devil. He can't stand it. So if you're tired, you don't want to be bothered, you don't want to hear it, and you want to leave, yeah. He's telling you, come on, let's go. Let's go. Got something better for you outside. That's who you're talking to. Because when your plane's going down and a wing popped off, you don't want the devil sitting there having a conversation with you, do you? You want to say, hey, oh, shoot, aren't you loose? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You don't want to see him on that plane at all, period. You want to see God on that plane. That's what you want to see. You want to see his heavenly angels. You want to see that the Lord sitting on that plane, don't you? Jesus Christ sitting right next to you, letting you know everything's going to be okay. That's what you want. You don't want Satan sitting there right next to you. Which I find it interesting that when people start talking about the Lord, people don't want to hear it. But when it comes for your time, and you may have a chance to get out of that situation, and God can make it so, you ask for him. You don't ask for the devil. Yes, sirree. I'm going to talk about God every single day. Some people don't like it when I get on my site and I talk about the Lord. They don't like it. I'm sorry. If you don't like it, then that's good. Then that means at the end of the day, that means that's Satan walking off my channel at the end of the day. I'm going to talk about God every day. You have no idea what my Lord has done for me at the end of the day. I love saying at the end of the day. I can get a t-shirt coming saying it at the end of the day. You have no idea how much I owe him. I couldn't pay him back. It's virtually impossible. Couldn't pay him back. Virtually impossible. But I'm glad he gave me a second chance. I'm on here doing this every day. I get a chance to do something different. Or just even sit out in the park and just look at the grass and the trees and birds flying by and clouds moving back and forth, even over at the park. It's a happy day for me every day, because my life wasn't supposed to turn out that way. My life was supposed to turn out a completely different way. I'd have never known wouldn't known anything. Well, I was going in at 16 years old. I've been there for a long time. I'm just happy that the Lord has blessed me and basically gave me a chance, because he didn't have to. He didn't have to give me a chance at all. I know I copied this twice. He had to give me a chance at all, period. Nope. Alright, I'm going to put this, let me see, that's a lot. I can put the whole thing in right in this little spot right here. So let me get over to, oh, we need to be over here in the text section. So when text this in. Got our groovy colors, groovy. Ah, we can't do that. Can we do that? We can't do that. We can't basically, oh man, it's a lot to put in it. Wait, we can't basically, oh yes we can. Hold on. Oh, no we can't. Let me see. All right. I know how we can do this. It's gonna be a bit of a headache. Let's see. All right, I know how to do this. I'm gonna save this. No, I know what program will let me do this. Did I save this? No, come out of this. Cancel this. Come to save this. I know how to do this. 007. All right, because they won't allow me to save it from there and copy and paste it. So I have to bring it another way. So what we're gonna do is I have to go from here. Nope. Okay, where are you? All right, you're here. Excuse me, people. Here we go. All right, let me see. Remember how to do this thing. Ah, yes, there it is. We got it. Yay! Okay. I need to shrink the size of this down to a 9, and I can paste the whole thing in. Yes. Hey, where did I just disappear to? That literally just disappeared. All right, let me see. That literally, the whole thing just went. There we go. It's right there. Hey, stop disappearing on me. Where are you? I just put you in here. Oh, come on. Seriously? I literally just put the whole thing in here and it just went, doop, disappeared. Here we are. You're right there, but you're disappearing on me. How come you're disappearing? All right. All right, where did you go? Oh, man. It's going to be one of these? Really? There we go. There you are. All right. I need you to... Nope, come back here. Get back over here. Stop disappearing on me. You're fighting me. How dare you fight me? Where are you? Oh, since pain about it. I'm looking at you right there. Why are you disappearing? Alright, let me sit down for a minute. See what it does here. Info. Alright. Oh, you get on my nerves. Really, it's up here. It's way up here. Like, I'm trying to size it, but it's disappearing on me. So we got to come back in and we got to undo. Where's the undo section on here? Undo, like Mountain Dew. I haven't had a Mountain Dew in a while. Got to get me a Mountain Dew. All right, let me see. Resize, select. Where's your undo section? It's supposed to be here, right here. View, bum, 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 bum. Oh, I know you got one on here. The whole thing went through. It's just that right here, this is where we have the screw up right there. And I need to try to bring it down, but it kept disappearing and reappearing on me. This would have been perfect. Ah! Besides, rotate. We're not rotating jack. Oh, man. It should be an undo one here, but it's not. Yeah, how come we couldn't do the copy and paste to the other section? That'd have been much easier on there. Oh, great. Oh, here it is. All right. I'm going to get it right here. Okay, we're going to use square in the middle, but I'm not getting bigger. We're at 72? Are you kidding me? We're at 72. Oh, man. Here we go. I found you. Try to escape me, huh? Cut it out, behave. Son of a chair, I swear. 14. You got to be bigger at 14. Where we at? Come on, stop fighting me. There we go. 14. 14. How far are we down? That's the problem. All right. That's a good size right there. All right. I'm gonna go save you, but I want to change that over into white. What about now? We got you? All right. Let's go take a gander at this. I'm gonna regret this. So why do you show up? Yeah. No? Oh, here. Change this over to an 8. There we go. Boom. Got you in there. I think I got it. Where's the bottom? Yeah! We got it. We got it. Wait a minute. Hold on for a minute. Wait a minute. Ah, oh, dagnabbit. Oh. Yeah, we got it. No, this is not gonna work. We literally got the wrong one. Which one did you copy from? That is not gonna work. Where's the other one at? Because that is not gonna work. Which one is this for? That's the acoustic front and rear. Why does it say spray on application in there? Shouldn't say spray on application. What in sugar bear? Let me see what's going on in here. Where are you at? Come on, you're here. Let me see what's going on over here. Something just ain't right. They're saying it's spray on. Why would they say spray on? Let me just change the whole section out. Oh, always the little tedious stuff that always has to be in the way. It's driving me crazy. Like, ooh, want a marshmallow? Try to put that heat gun and see what happens. Want a marshmallow? You just rub your face on it anyway. Alright. Actually, we went wrong here. Oh, shoot. Hold on. missing something. A package. All right, people. I'm going to go. I got some stuff I got to take care of. Some packages I got to watch for. I'll be back to finish this and show you the rest of this when we're done. Got to go. Thank you all and God bless. Missing a package.